What's going on, guys? So we need to talk about Wish. Wish had earnings today. If you've watched any of my videos that I've made on Wish, I was talking about a potential loading zone down here off this lower Bollinger Band here. Realistically, this $8.80 area, $8.50 area. Obviously, lows were going to be $7.52. Okay, so this was a potential loading zone. Looking for a good play here on the catalyst of earnings. Did we get it? We did not. I'm not even going to dive into all of the numbers aspect and this, that, and the other. Whatever. Wish is what it is. I still have my own opinion on Wish. I think that it was a pump. However, will it ever get back up into this $20, $30 area? Who knows? Maybe. But the thing with Wish is that if you're in this for the long term because you believe in the company, you believe that it's going to get pumped back up or whatever, this, that, and the other, then just look away because earnings were not pretty. Currently, the stock after hours is at $7.62. So we do have supply down here or support down here at about $6.99, $7. So we really need to see if we're going to come down into this area. This area is going to correlate with the bottom of this range here. So if I draw a box, if I just draw a box here, okay, you see this little white box here, we're going to have a little bit of support here. So if I kind of extend this box out a little bit, that's going to take us down in this area. So it's going to correlate perfectly with the support channel, the linear regression, 695, 750. You got one more shot on this thing. Okay. So there's one more shot on this thing. Depending on what your average price is, if you're stuck in the 12s, 13s, 14s, or $15, and you really believe in this stock, and you did not already cut your losses, which if you are a swing trader or a day trader or a short-term trader, not an investor, the losses should have been cut already. But let's just say you really believed in what you were reading on social media or whoever you were getting your advice from, that the stock was going back up. So you're currently holding and your average price is anywhere from $10 to $13. You've got one more shot here to, average down and load up between the $7 and $7.50 area. Okay. If we come into the $7 and $7.50 area tomorrow pre-market when the market opens, take your best stab at loading up, averaging down. I never recommend to average down, but some of you guys out there are so hard-headed. Your skull is so thick that you believe in the move. You believe in whoever it is that you're following on social media. You believe in whatever hype that you believe in. So, you're very, very stubborn and your ego has the best of you. So my best advice is that if you are sitting in the $10 through $12, $13 area, you need to average down. Okay. Even though I hate averaging down and I never recommend it, obviously you did not cut losses a lot sooner. So now your P&L is reflecting that in a major way. So you're going to need to gain that back. I think that it will come back as far as, the price going up, but I just don't know how long that's going to take. Okay. We've been currently trading on a downtrend since February. Ever since February, we've been on a downtrend. We did have this one area here where we got pumped up 1 day, 2 day, and that was it. We tried to rally here. See, for me, I like this kind of action better. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, down. Okay. I like this better than this. Okay. This is a pump. There is someone on social media, not going to name any names, but there is someone on social media that was down in this price range here. Okay. Down in this price range here, started talking about it a lot. And then it went boom, boom. This person also has sold out here, but they also do have some stock. So where they're currently going to sell out, I don't know. How much of their position size they still have, I don't know. That's on them. They make a lot of good money. They make a lot of good trades, but they have their own trading style. So the point that I'm trying to make is that if you were not in the wave here, okay, here, back in April, May, if you were not in here, you didn't get to experience this here. Okay. If you bought here somewhere in June, well, you really didn't get to experience what the people down here got to experience. So you're still kind of waiting for your day in the sun. Okay. We still have this big level here, resistance at 15. I think that if we get over 15 one day, whenever that can happen, that can be the start of this next momentum, all this volume surge, this, that, and the other. The problem that we're going to run into right now is a lot of people are going to start to get skeptical on the play that happened when they were hearing about it here, when we went from the $8 breakout all the way up to the $15 breakout. Okay. So we pretty much doubled in price in 2 days. And the people who took advantage of that are the people who really made out. The people who are in here, really didn't get to experience that, because now we're currently trading at, we were trading at $10, $9, $8, and now currently at $7 in the after hours. So if you're currently anywhere between 15 and, $9, you're going to need to average down if you do not want to cut your losses. I understand some of you guys don't like cutting your losses. You guys don't believe that you're wrong, but if that's the case, then you have one more opportunity here between 7 and 750. Load the boat here and see if we can get that push, and maybe we come up over your dollar average cost. And then you need to start scaling out appropriately, like, someone who knows what they're doing. Not just, holding and hoping that it's coming way back up here to $30 and then we continue to, slide all the way down here to $2. Okay. Not saying that this stock is going to come down to $2, but I'm just letting you guys know that if this was to start building below $7, it's got nowhere else to go. Okay. There is no more support on this stock. This is the last hurrah here. So whether you want to load the boat down here at $7.50 and kind of just, take your licks and your hits right off the chin, and kind of just climb and crawl your way back up, then go ahead and do that. If you have no problem, that is, leaving your capital tied up, because that's the thing. When it comes to trading, it's all about liquidity. So the more money you have to trade on a day-to-day basis, when setups and opportunities present themselves, the more profitable of a trader you can be. But if you have 90% of your portfolio tied up into one stock, or even 50% of your capital allocated into this one play, then it kind of takes you out of the game when other things are moving. Okay. If that makes any kind of sense. So it's kind of hard to say that you're going to get enough volume to get this stock up over all of this supply. Because if I just kind of zoom in here, we have the 50-day moving average here at $10.82. We came up and tested that 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the past 2 weeks, and we were rejected every single time. If they were going to run this stock up going into earnings, they would have easily cleared out this 50-day moving average and ran this stock up to $11, $12, and then based off of what happened on earnings, depending on if the street and everybody liked the numbers, they could have potentially got that move back into the 1480s, $15 price target where, this thing could really fly. They didn't like the numbers. And not only did they not like the numbers, but we've also closed over all the short-term moving averages, the 10, the 20, the 5-day moving average. So what happened? We sold off. What do you expect to happen? Okay. If we're already underneath all supply and then the numbers aren't good, you can't just expect this thing to skyrocket through all levels of supply when we're already trading below. So first area of support is $8.99. That was on a daily basis. Obviously after hours we're well below that. So if I just go to the hourly time frame, you can see this big nasty red bar here. Okay, this big nasty red bar, we're actually creeping back up into this demand zone here, which is this white box. So if I go back to the daily, we came down, broke below, and now we're back into this white box. One more opportunity, one more load. If this thing loses $6.99, you guys need to just get out of the trade. You guys need to get out of the trade. If it starts building $6.99, then the next day it's like $6.80, and then it goes down to $6.50, and then it's a $5. You guys are going to keep telling yourselves that this thing's coming back and we're going to be down here in the 3s and the 4s. Okay. My opinion, I don't think that that's going to happen, but who's to say, right? Who's to say? I mean, how much more can, they short this stock? How much more can they expect this stock to go down? Right. I mean, unless everyone just starts selling out, it's got to eventually, start to come back up. It's just, you are going to have money tied up in the stock now for a little bit of time. Okay. Because it's not just going to come back up to 10, 12, 13, 14, $15 in a day or 2 days. So you kind of just have to work with what you got. Also be smart, guys, about who you're taking your information from. Why are you buying the stock? I believe in journaling. So, what is the setup and the reason why you took this play? Okay. If you bought up here in the $14 area, what was your plan? What was your plan? That it was going to 69, that it was going to 25, that it was going back to 32. What was the plan? And what was the reason behind that plan? Okay. If you're buying it down here as it's falling down because you're saying, oh, it's going to bounce. What's the reason for the bounce? Why was it going to bounce? You know, if you thought it was going to bounce off the 50-day moving average and then it closed below, why did you buy underneath the 50-day moving average thinking that's going to reclaim on the first day? Why not let it reclaim and then show you that it can start taking out some of the short-term moving averages before you get in? So you have to start asking yourself, why are you getting into these plays? Who are you listening to? And also, when you're listening to these people or whoever, these masses or the reading on social media, you need to know, what price are they in at? Are they in at $7? Are they in at 10? Are they in at 8? Did they buy it at 15? Okay. What's their thesis behind it? Because if someone bought originally down here in the 7s and 8s, and this ran up to 15 and they sold a good part of their position, you know, and now that it's easy for someone to say, yeah, just hold it, it's coming back, but they've already made profits. Okay. They've already made profits. They're not too concerned about you guys who are holding down here. So there is no more catalyst coming up here. Earnings is over. We need to see what they do this week and next week after these earnings. How do they digest these earnings? If they don't automatically start to reclaim some of these levels here, look to come down and load up between 7 and 750. That's the best advice that I can give anybody looking to trade this stock if you currently don't want to get out of the stock. Okay.